You know, when you have 100 followers, it's like, man, I can't wait to get to 1,000.
Yeah.
And then you want to get to 2,000, and it just takes forever, right?
Yeah.
From 1,000 to 5,000 is like eternity.
Yeah.
Where does it start to snowball? Yeah.
From 500 to like 1,800 within like a couple days. And then after that, a couple videos started going viral back to back. But I also used to post like 5 videos a day.
Yeah.
So a couple videos started going viral. It went from like 1,800 to like 10,000, from 10,000 to like 80,000. And then it just kind of flew from there. Before I knew it, I was at like 100,000. And I'm like, this is crazy. So then it just kept going from there.
You're thinking, I wonder if it stops at 100,000, right?
Yeah,
and then
it just keeps going. But I don't really focus on the follower portion. I focus more on the engagement. So my thing was always building a community, like being able to talk to everybody, being able to, communicate with everybody and let them know I appreciate them, being able to have these conversations in the comments. So it was always the community portion. I always tell people, build a community and the followers won't matter. The following count won't matter. But if you build that community, that's what actually matters, because they're going to show up for you every time.
That's right.
Come out from the past, living in the future I created. Now, own an air minute. I'm in at a G. My NFT drop. You with that energy, stop. At all costs, I will protect funeral line the effect from the blast that I emit. I don't miss. I'm unfolding. Is rise up, king. I'd rather build or destroy.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Joe Pavich Podcast. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Above and Beyond Painting, Edwards Contracting Company, First Source Title. I got OMG ItsWicks today. Without really much introduction, I mean, I got the man with me today, man. Wicks, good to see you.
It's good to see you too. I mean, I know I was supposed to be here a long time ago, right? But it's a lot happening with the kids and stuff. So
busy life, man. I got 3.
So you know.
I know what it's like. But, Wicks is an influencer with millions of followers. It's insane to me because, I got a couple thousand.
Hey.
And I feel kind of cool. And then I look at yours and I'm like, look at this guy, man.
And I always put it this way. Just imagine 1,000 people outside waiting to see you.
Yeah.
Or just stopping to watch what you do. That's a lot of people.
It is, man. It is. So this morning, Wicks, I was getting ready and I met a character. I was super humidity.
Oh, yeah. He had a cape on and everything.
Yeah, and super sinus pressure.
Yes.
Got me today on the way in here.
Yeah.
It got me.
Yes, they don't stop.
That's the thing, man.
My sinuses wake me up. Like I wake up and look at them, and then I go outside because I do my little gardening now.
Nice.
Super humidity is out there waiting on me. I got the lizards. I got little pet lizards and friends in there.
It's a
couple
thing.
Frogs.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
man.
it's real out here.
It's funny because my sinuses are so bad.
Yeah.
That I could tell what the weather's like before I get up.
That's true.
When I feel it, I'm like, it's the weather.
See, when I tell people that, they think I'm like just saying it, but I'm like, nah, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, you just know about how much pressure you got if it's going to be a good or a bad day.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I know. It's a crazy thing, that's for sure. But love the videos, man. I grew up here, and I got some good laughs by watching your stuff.
I thank you. That's why I do it. Like, just give us that, like, especially for us that's been here for a while, to give us that, that relatable, something that all of us have been through.
Yeah.
And we don't know, and we can all come together on some, crazy stuff that we've been through.
Oh, yeah. Exactly, man. I love it. So you graduated in 01?
02.
02, okay.
Yeah, Riverdale High School. Yeah.
Local.
Yeah.
And we never bumped into each other, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm always around. So, like, I've always been around. Like,
Yeah.
I've been on every scene. From Naples to Port Charlotte to Northport. I'm always everywhere.
Yeah,
so,
that's good. Growing up in the going to school in the 2000s, but growing up in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Cool time.
Yes.
Wasn't it, man? I look back and best time ever.
It was the best time. I feel like I made I learned a lot in that time because we didn't have like video games and the internet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So outside of the Saturday morning cartoons, you had to go outside. And that's where we learned about the fire ants and the sand spurs. And we learned about all these things for ourselves. Now, like, my daughter, she's 16, and she finally got her first fire ant issue.
Oh, yeah.
And she like panicked, and I'm like, I would have handled that way better than that, but we used to it. We started at like 4 or 5. We're out there just running around.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, 16 with your first encounter. That's not bad.
I try to get them outside. It's just not working.
I know. You know, you mentioned the cartoons in the mornings. I mean, that was a thing, and I remember that. What was one of your favorite cartoons growing up in Saturday morning? Bowl of cereal and some cartoons.
So my thing that I used to watch, so I had Power Rangers. The original Power Rangers was my thing.
Nice.
Like I would wake up, like I watched a lot of the cartoons, but Power Rangers was the thing that I woke up for. And then, like I said, after school, it was the Dragon Ball Z. But Saturday morning cartoons, it was Power Rangers, like the original.
Yeah. I was into WWE Superstars.
Yeah.
That might have been a little bit ahead of you. You might have been like 2 when that was going on. And how about Megatron? Was Megatron?
Yeah. The what was it? Was Megatron the Transformers?
Yeah.
Thundercats. That was another one of my Thundercats. Yeah. And I remember when WWE was WWF and WCW. And then they had Sting, and then they start coming together. Oh, yeah. It was crazy times. I love it.
But if you missed it, that was it.
Exactly. Nobody recorded it.
No.
Nobody, you couldn't, bring it up on a streaming service. You had to be ready when it came on. So
it's so much easier then, I feel like, because you had limited options, right?
Yeah.
Unless you went into Blockbuster Video.
Yeah.
And then there are a million videos. I mean, where do I even start?
You just got to rent it. You got to bring it back. Make sure it's rewind, you rewind it, because if you don't, need extra charge. Yeah, I remember all of that.
Please be kind. Rewind,
yeah, exactly.
Right? I had a video one summer I had it for a year.
Oh, yeah?
A whole year. White Man Can't Jump.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie.
year. I watched it a million times. I could recite the whole movie. And when I brought it in, I knew the girl at the register.
Yeah.
And she said, you know how late this is? And I said, yeah. She goes, I'll take care of it for you. Just buy the movie. Just as like $19.99. Just buy the movie.
At this point.
So I bought the movie. But yeah, good stuff for sure. But nowadays it's tough though, because with Netflix and Hulu and I mean all these different services, you got so many options. I'll sit there and just swipe, trying to figure something to watch. And then my wife's sleeping.
Yeah. And by the time it come on, everybody's asleep. You're like, you know what? I'll just try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's definitely tough. There's way too many options now.
Oh, for sure.
As far as, finding something to watch. If I do find a series, I'm like, I'm going to lock into this one thing and I'm not watching anything else, because then I'll get lost in the whole, looking for something. I don't want to even do it.
It's too much. And then you almost forget. You ever get to the point where you're trying to watch a show, like the second episode?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to watch The Babysitter or something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, right? You're like, or The Girlfriend. That's what I'm watching right now.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, where was it on? Was it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Hulu? I mean, I don't remember.
Now you're looking through everything. You're opening it. Now you got to go click on everyone to continue watching. Yeah,
that's right.
Rough.
And then I'm thinking, oh, this looks pretty good. I'll just watch this.
Yeah.
I can't finish a season.
Now 2 weeks later, now I was supposed to be watching this.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
I'm with you on that.
But Wicks, a couple things I think of. I might be in the wrong state because I'm Italian.
Okay.
We don't love heat, that much. So 3 things I don't love.
Okay.
Heat.
Okay.
Sand, and the pool.
Oh, yeah.
3 things. I wish, I just wish I was that guy to sit at the pool all day or get sandy feet and go to the beach, but it's just hard to do, man.
I'm born and raised here, right? I've been here my whole life, and I'm not a beach person. Like, everybody be like, let's go to the beach, and I'm like, like we could go do something else.
Yeah,
like we can find other things to do, but like I'm not a beach person, so I'm with you on that. I'm not really a swimmer, which is crazy because everybody's like, you're born and raised Floridian, you can't swim. And I'm like, I survived 41 years. I think I'm good. But no, I'm not a beach person. No. I love the water though. Like I'll go to the springs. I love like going to lakes and the Everglades. I love that. The beach is not really
it's
my thing.
It's not my thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Plus with all the sharks and stuff too,
Shark attack capital of the world. Yeah. People don't even know that, but we are.
No. I guess there's a system to it. And how you do it, and where you go, But I still worry, and when the kids are in the water, I'm like,
no, you're too far.
You're up in the shoulders, up in the shoulders. That's too far.
That's a big shark that can get under there. So.
Get up in the waist.
We can see it then. Yeah, you can see it moving around. So
exactly.
No, I'm with you. You got to be careful out here. I seen a video where there were like people in the water, and someone had a drone over them, and it was just sharks just going in and out of them, and people were so unaware of what was going on. It was just sharks swimming in and out, and they didn't even know. I mean, that is wild.
I guess shuffle your feet a little bit.
Yeah, you got stingray shuffle. It works for everything.
Do your thing, yeah. You ever been hit by a stingray?
No.
Me neither.
I stingray shuffle every time you see me in the water. I'm shuffling. What are you doing? Don't worry about it. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get stung.
Yeah,
so.
they think you're wading in the water. You're shuffling. Yeah,
I'm shuffling the whole time.
I love it. I know you're a Publix guy, right? Pub subs.
Yeah.
I
love them.
So one of the funny things I think of when I go to Publix, one of the pet peeves, when you're Italian, we call it pet peeves.
Yeah.
You know the people that walk diagonal when you wave them by?
Yeah.
The diagonal walkers.
Yes.
They drive me nuts.
It's like they don't have any sense of awareness of what's going on. I feel like if I'm telling you, like, okay, go ahead and go by, and then you start walking diagonal, what really gets me is when they're on their phone walking diagonal. I had a person the other day just stop. Like, they were walking across the street, I'm driving, and I'm like, go ahead. And they started walking diagonal. They were on their phone, and then they just stopped, and they started looking around, and I'm like looking at them. And then they got mad at me because I honked. It's going to happen. So, yeah, they got mad at me, but.
You got to be careful. Now you got so many followers, they might turn and point at you and go, Wicks.
They do that. They do that all the time.
So
and then it becomes a joke, and they be like, no, you're really a Floridian. I'm like, yeah, I try to tell y'all. Like, this isn't.
You're like this. You got the flip phone out.
Yeah, like, I got to just let y'all know there's a video coming.
Yeah. So. But it's funny because, I guess I'm too courteous because when I kind of like, I give the wave, the quick wave.
Yeah.
I just hop across and give a thank you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People just,
That's me. Like, if you let me go by, I'm going to do a little speed walk and give you the wave and let you know thank you. That's me. Do the same thing. Right. I feel like that's what everybody should do.
Exactly.
You have people that.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, they just feel like they need to go anyways, and they're going to go, and they don't care what you have to do. Or if you're trying to pass by, they're going to walk as slow as possible, which I don't care how fast you walk, but just don't do the diagonal thing. And don't stop. Like, if you're going across the road, don't stop. Because you may not run into me. You may run into one of those people that just don't stop anyways, and they just keep going.
They might be on their phone, too.
Yeah, you don't want to run into those people. So
another one, too, that bothers me is the leaf blowers.
Oh,
the leaf blowers, man. They just, they're just blowing. I mean, I know it's hot, and I'm sure, at some point you just got to get your job done. But, it's always a mist of stuff you're walking through, leaves and stuff.
A person with like me with allergies and stuff, it just never works out well for me.
Stir it up. You don't want to stir all that up. And then also, too, the traffic linemen.
Yeah.
You ever get the defense line of the three cars going like 50, 48?
Yeah, I just, on my way here, I was on 75, and listen, they went from the left lane to the right lane. They're all going, I think it was like 68, and I'm like, we're on 75 first off. The speed limit is at least 70, and I know I've seen state troopers pull people over for going like slow in the left lane. Like, they don't play about that. So.
No.
But on my way here, it was a little line, and they just kept going with each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, if one of y'all just go up a little bit, I can get out of here.
I can get in here, yeah. But they just, I think they're all on the phone.
Yeah.
Saying, we need to hold this guy up over here. He looks like he's in a hurry.
Yeah, he looks like he has something to do. We're going to just slow this down.
That's right. Exactly. So how did this all begin, man?
So my daughter actually created my TikTok account. So I've been doing so back in the day, I used to do music. Then we kind of went into podcasting for a little bit. And in order to do podcasting, we kind of did a little bit of sketch comedy, but I was kind of more the background guy. I wasn't really involved in a lot of the sketch stuff. I was more focused on the podcasting. And then the pandemic happened. My daughter actually created a TikTok account, which I believe before that it was called Musical.ly. So they would do all the like dances and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm not dancing on there. Like I was like 35 at the time, 36. And I'm like, I got asthma. I can't move like I used to. I'm not doing that. But I would watch their content because I got a bunch of nieces and nephews. And like I said, I got 2 daughters. So while I was watching their content, I realized I could make sketch comedy. I'm a huge sketch comedy fan. And I was like, I can try this, like, just for fun. I was just doing it for fun.
Sure.
And I think it was during the summer, the Florida sun was beating me up. So I made a video about it, and it kind of went viral. And then the flip phone was added. The Publix items were added on accident. And then it just kind of went from there. I started adding characters, and then now we're here.
Yeah. Man, that's great. I mean, it's amazing what you see because, I mean, every video is like viral. I mean, it's a crazy, crazy thing, man.
Thank you. It's been going pretty
good. That's really good stuff, man. I enjoy it. And that's why I want to have you on here because I wonder what it's like, man. Just, you're in your house making a video.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you can't go anywhere without people probably walking up to you and saying,
yeah,
let's do a selfie.
Yeah.
Let me get in one of your videos.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what What you come across?
Even all the way, because my mom and my sister moved to Georgia, like 2018-ish, 2019, they moved to Georgia. So I'll go to Georgia to visit them, and it's the same thing as when I'm here. At this point, I expect it in Florida, but like when I go to Georgia, I'll just be out with them, and they'll get stopped too. They'll be like, "Hey, do y'all know this guy?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, that's my brother, or that's my son."
Nice, yeah.
So it's like weird for them too, because I'm very, like, I'm always in the house. I'm always just with the kids or just doing like regular family stuff, and people will stop me. And I always tell people, if you see me out, come up to me. Like, I just want to show my appreciation as well, because I wouldn't be doing what I do if it weren't for the people that watch.
Yeah.
So
you almost got to be quick with it too, because like when you go out, I mean, I don't see what you see because I'm not as popular as you, but in real estate, I've been doing this a long time. So when I go out, I do see a client or see somebody, but I got to make it quick. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And my wife, Jen, Jules, Jake, Joe, you know what I mean? A quick in and out, sign something, and you got to make it quick, right?
Yeah.
Or your family gets annoyed.
Well, so my kids, they're used to it now.
Yeah.
Like, I did their open house. They go to Cypress Lake High School. So I did their open house, and the teachers were stopping me. And now they just think it's funny. They like, look at Dad, think he's famous. To them, I'm just Dad.
Yeah.
So they think it's hilarious that people stop me. And then the students are starting to stop me. So now they're like, Dad, just don't come to our school. Just wait in the parking lot. And I'll be like, all right, cool, whatever.
You got to wonder as a kid, when your dad is popular and he's got that many followers, what it's like,
Yeah.
You're just dad to them.
Yeah.
But you probably exposed them to this whole world of just like, wow, we have all these options. We got this clean slate of being whoever we want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I try to tell them that. That's one of the messages that I push to them every day.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted to be in the entertainment. Like I said, I did music, I went into podcasts, and I've been wanting to do movies. So it's like, and growing up, I was always told you can do sports, you can do this, and it's like always these boxes. And I always wanted to push, past those boxes or be able to do what I want to do. Which is always in the creative side, because like I said, even growing up, I was always like, me and my cousin, we used to draw like little episodes. Like, we had our own episode of, I can't remember what it was called, something with ninjas. We drew a whole series as like 10 years old. So we always been in that creative space.
Yeah.
And now that I'm able to like use my imagination and use my creative side, I feel like it shows them as well that they can do those things as well. Like, anything is possible at this point.
Sure, exactly. Tell me about the music. So what type of music? I mean, how did that go down?
I did hip hop and R&B.
Okay.
This was like back in 2004 to like 2011, which is actually how I got my name.
Yeah.
But I did music. I was actually on the radio. I think I had like 5 songs that was on the radio on 105.5. And I've traveled all the way to, through Florida doing shows and things like that. But it was something I was good at, but I wasn't passionate about it. I wasn't passionate about being an artist because of all the things that came with it. I wasn't really passionate about it. I feel like I didn't have enough control as far as me to the audience back then, because we didn't have the internet like we do now. Now I feel like what I do now, I have more control. Like, it's me to the audience. There's no middle person I have to go through to get to the audience. It's like me to the audience.
Right,
so that's why I love what I do now.
So were you making your own music?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Were you rapping on there too?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check.
No,
I'm
it's all
going
up
right in there.
It's all off the internet. I wiped the internet clean long before I started this. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, that's
And
great. Because you always wonder, like, even like for me, my first podcast or my first client, I look back and I'm like, it was so bad.
Yeah.
Looking back. How do you feel when you look back at some of your earlier episodes?
Oh, I actually came across my first, because the internet always reminds you of how bad you were. Like, they have a good way of doing it. And like, I was on TikTok and it showed me my first video. I guess it was the anniversary for my first video.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is embarrassing. I don't know why. And I look and I'm like, I don't know why people like that video so much, but I guess it was a different time. And, for people to be able to see my growth through that process. But to me, I can't watch it. It's horrible.
Bad, huh?
It's bad. Yeah. It was.
But, probably watching it brings back some good old memories of just a guy trying to do something he liked that made it big, right?
Yeah. And it reminds me of why I do it.
Yeah.
So it's not even like a lot of people is like, hey, you do this to be famous. And I'm like, nah, just do it to have fun. Like, I enjoy, making people laugh. I enjoy, bringing happiness to people. Like, I even got messages. So there was a time that I tried to quit. I tried to quit a bunch of times. Like, that was my thing. It's like I couldn't handle the fame part of it. Like, I enjoyed making people laugh, but I'm not a person that loves the fame part of it.
Sure.
But I had people message me. There was a veteran. He messaged me one day and he was like, hey, it was like a long message, but basically I'll sum it up is he has PTSD and he'll wake up at 3 a.m. and he'll have these episodes. And he said the one thing that'll calm him down is if he goes to my page and he'll just start watching videos. And I was like, all right, this is bigger than just me making videos. This is me actually providing happiness to people that goes through these things. And like I said, I can't stop because that'll be selfish if I just stop.
Sure.
So that's what like keeps me going.
Yeah, it creates a purpose for you, right? That's great. Comedy is one of those things that does that for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of comedies, the earlier comedy shows and stuff, man, like the old In Living Color.
That was my favorite.
Was good, man.
Yeah. So many stars came from that show.
It did. Fire Marshal Bill.
Yes.
Jim Carrey.
Yes. And he had Jamie Foxx was on there. Tommy Davidson. Why can't I think of his name right now? I know the Wayans, the Wayans, of course. Yeah. I can't think of his name. He was on Jumanji as well, the first Jumanji. I can't think of his name. Robin Williams. No, he was the friend on there.
I'm trying to think of who that is.
Why can't I think of his name? David Allen Greer.
Oh yeah, yes.
Allen Greer was
got to coordinate.
There. Yeah,
exactly. We got to coordinate. Got the mushroom belt on. His father was I think it was, yeah.
So it's just so many stars came. So I love that show.
Yeah.
Like I loved In Living Color, Mad TV,
Saturday Night Live.
The old Saturday Night Live. I loved it.
Yeah.
Like
before all the politics and stuff.
Then I just stopped watching it now. Yeah. Like I love when it was just pure, I'm gonna here to make y'all laugh.
Yeah.
Like, and I love that part of it.
How about some of the earlier comedies like Eddie Murphy,
Raw?
Delirious and Raw, Martin Lawrence, Run Till That.
I Might Need Security was Jamie Foxx, but yeah, Martin Run Till That those are my favorites. Like I watch those still.
They're great.
Yeah,
I could recite most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them. I remember Martin Lawrence said his girlfriend was at the club with her girlfriends, and he walked in with his footies on, his booty, his night footies on. He walked in looking around for his girl. You know what I mean? But there's some good old stuff. Even some of the newer stuff is pretty funny too, like Chappelle.
I love Chappelle.
He's funny.
Chappelle is one of my top. I would say Chappelle is one of my tops.
Yeah.
Like I watch him. Anything he drops, I'll watch it. Like and over because he's hilarious. And I like the way he does what he does because he's so good at telling stories, and he'll drop jokes in. It's like he tells one long story with jokes in it.
Yeah.
And you never know when the joke is coming.
That's right.
It's just going to drop.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah.
There was one that made me laugh. He said, I am so funny, I write jokes backwards.
Yeah.
He said. So I got this bowl, I write notes in, and he said, this one today, and he grabbed the slip and he read it, right?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. And it was stovetop. It was all about spending the night at his friend's house with stovetop stuff. Y'all got stovetop stuffing? Yeah, I'm going to spend the night. And then he drops it at the end. You forget.
Yeah. And he just ties it all the way back together.
So good, man. I love all that stuff.
He's a genius, man.
So when I look at the levels of followers, right?
Yeah.
When you have 100 followers, it's like, man, I can't wait to get to 1,000.
Yeah.
And then you want to get to 2,000, and it just takes forever, right?
Yeah.
From 1,000 to 5,000 is like eternity.
Yeah.
Where does it start to snowball?
So with me, I think I started. I was a couple hundred. I was excited when I got to 500. I was like, oh, I made it.
Yeah. That's right.
And then I got to like I have friends that they were doing social media content before me. I think one. Josh Prey, he was at like 3 million on Facebook already. And then I had a couple more. They were like 50,000-ish.
Yeah.
But for me, I was just like taking my process and going with my pace. I was thinking like 500. Then I hit like 1,800. And then a couple.
Quickly?
From 500 to like 1,800 within like a couple days. And then after that, a couple videos started going viral back to back. But I also used to post like 5 videos a day.
Yeah.
So a couple videos started going viral. It went from like 1,800 to like 10,000, from 10,000 to like 80,000, and then it just kind of flew from there. Before I knew it, I was at like 100,000, and I'm like, this is crazy. So then it just kept going from there.
Yeah, you're thinking, I wonder if it stops at 100,000, right?
Yeah,
and then
it just keeps going. But I don't really focus on the follower portion. I focus more on the engagement. So my thing was always building a community, like being able to talk to everybody, being able to, communicate with everybody and let them know I appreciate them, being able to have these conversations in the comments. So it was always the community portion. I always tell people, build a community and the followers won't matter. The following count won't matter. But if you build that community, that's what actually matters, because they're going to show up for you every time.
That's right.
So.
I think in the beginning it was a little bit easier, right? 100 followers, two questions or comments, and you could reply. Now, what's it like when you got millions of followers? I mean, to keep up, it's almost a whole full-time job to reply to everybody. How do you do it?
It's hard. And I always let everybody know, like, I'm human.
Yeah.
There's no team. It's just me. So, and a lot of people appreciate that. So I get a lot of messages. I'll say because I have Facebook, Instagram, and then I have TikTok, and then they'll go on my YouTube, and then they'll find my email. So I have emails. And I always try to reply to everyone. I let them know I'm going to do my best to reply to everyone. And I just sit there. I'll carve out a couple hours a day, and I'll just take that time to like message people or respond to people, or just to let them know, like, hey, I'm trying my best to message you. It might not be the longest message all the time, but I'm going to let you know, like, I'm going to have a conversation with you. So
you almost need somebody to manage it for you, and it's got to be tough.
But I want that genuine connection. Like, I don't want, because they're not going to, if I get someone to do it for me, they're not going to understand how important this message is to me.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I like to do it myself.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's great. Do you ever feel the pressure of having to entertain people?
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
Like, I don't know if this one's going to work. I don't know if this one's going to be funny.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it might be one of your best ones.
That's happened. I've had videos. So I'll make about 5 videos a day, maybe 4. I still work as hard as when I started. Because I always feel like my mindset is I'm always just starting.
Yeah.
So no matter how far I get, I'm always just starting in my mind. So I still work like I just started. So I'll make like 4 or 5 videos a day.
Nice.
And there will be a video that I'll make, and I'm like, that's not that funny. And I'll push it to the back. And then I'll have one of those days to where I'm low on content, to where I don't feel like and also I don't force it.
Sure.
So I let it come to me, but I'll have those days where I'm like, I don't really feel like making a lot of content today. I got this video, I'm just going to put it out. And I'll put it out, and it'll do like there was one video I did, it did like 15 million. And I just was talking about Australia versus Florida, which is why I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And I put it out, and it did like 15 million. Then it went viral on Facebook, viral on Instagram, viral on YouTube. And I'm like, that's kind of strange.
Man.
Took me like 5 minutes to make.
What's crazy is that, you're as big on Instagram as you are on, I think Instagram, I think you have 1.7 million or something on YouTube. No. Right?
No, YouTube is my smallest platform.
Oh, is it really? What are you at on YouTube?
260,000.
Okay.
But I need to get more active on YouTube.
But you're big on all of them. A lot of times it's like, I look at my TikTok, it's like, it's terrible. My Instagram is a little bit better. My Facebook is like, it's kind of okay.
Yeah.
My Facebook business is terrible because I'm trying to push everybody.
Yeah, that's what you do.
On the Facebook,
Yeah. I'm doing okay. I think TikTok, I'm at like 1.6 million.
That's what I saw. Yeah, I thought I saw 1.6.
And then Instagram, I'm at like 530,000.
Yeah.
I rarely look at it. That's why I'm like, unless I celebrate a milestone.
Yeah.
And I think Facebook, I'm at like 550,000.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered about that. If it's something you kind of look at, or if you just keep doing your thing,
I just focused. I think, like I said, I just focus on the comments and the community. If I post a video, and I'll just more so focus on the comments. And then if I reach a milestone, like, I'll have people that'll reach out to me, and they'll be like, hey, you hit 550,000. I'll be like, oh, I did. So I have to make but that's how normally I know, because people will tell me, but normally I don't. I don't really pay attention to the following. It's more, like I said, the community is what like I focus on.
Because you look at it, you go, there's 100,000 people to get to the next, the next bracket, right? It's like, when you're at 1, 2, 3, 10, 100, 562, you're almost at 600, Now you're working in 100,000s. So like how far, like let's talk about your content. Like how do you, when you start to feel like you're running out of content, like how many days ahead are you on your calendar?
I have content that I haven't even recorded, more so just because either I don't have the time or the kids, or I have like things with the kids. So it's more so that like it's Florida, so we're always gonna have content.
Yeah.
And I always do different series. I have different series, but I'm ahead. I have right now, I have 4 videos I haven't released right now that I can release, but I'm gonna go home and make like 4 more videos. So because I'm feeling creative today, so I'm gonna go make more videos.
Might as well get the camera,
get it out.
Did the kids ever help you with setting stuff up or doing any videoing?
They sometimes, if I need them to like, hey, I need to get this angle, but I can't. My tripod is just stationary, but I need a moving shot. And either them or my other half, she'll come out and they'll help
and do some filming. Yeah.
Even if I need them in a video, they'll get in a video. They've gotten videos before. Like they'll do it. They don't really mind. They enjoy it. But yeah, they'll do it.
Does all this start to open up some of your old childhood favorites? Getting a chance to meet them, some of the celebrities.
Yes. I actually got to hang with Warren Sapp. Like I was hanging with him, and I found that to be weird because I grew up watching Warren Sapp. Like Dante Culpepper, which, like I said, I've been watching him since UCF.
Yeah.
And when he went to Minnesota, so seeing all of them, even Tribe Called Quest. Like one of the members reached out to me, like, my daughter's a huge fan.
Dog.
He was like, can you make a video for me? Because my daughter's a huge fan. He was like, and I was like, I was still shocked. And I'm like, of course, like.
Tribe Called Quest.
Do you know who you are? So I meet a lot. The wrestlers. I'm drawing so many blanks. Ken Shamrock.
Okay, nice.
And like I said, I used to play with him on the WWF game.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day. So he reached out to me and let me know I was funny.
Yeah.
Tito Ortiz. I've run into like so many different people that will tell me like, hey, I'm a fan of yours. Like I did Mike Allstott. He just recently sent me, because the Bucks reached out to me. They wanted me to come to a game. And I was like, I don't know which Bucks jersey. But I did Mike Allstott's celebrity golf tournament.
Okay.
And he was like, come on, man. And he sent me his signed Mike Allstott jersey. And I'm like, this is crazy. And then, like I said, I'm friends with Warren Sapp. Like, I talk to him all the time.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Some of your favorites kind of growing up. I wondered about that. I mean,
it's
a whole new
strange.
world. Do you ever just pinch yourself and go, man, like, how is this happening to me?
Yeah. I try to be in the moment, but sometimes it's hard to be in the moment when you're meeting people. Like, even in the Mike Allstott celebrity golf, I'm there with players that I watch growing up, and they know who I am. So it's like weird. Like, y'all know who they're asking me to take pictures, and I'm like, this is strange.
I love it though, man. You've always stayed grounded, it seems like, and you're just the same guy you were.
Same. My kids won't
great.
let me change anyway. Yeah. So they're like, come on, Dad, you're okay, but I can't change. This is who I am. I'm gonna be who I am every day.
Yeah.
There's nothing going to be different. It's just I make content to make people happy. Other than that, I live my everyday life.
That's great. It's almost like you're talking to Warren Sapp or something on the phone. Your wife's like, hold on, babe, Warren's calling me. Warren Sapp's calling you?
Well, the crazy thing is she's friends with Warren Sapp's girlfriend.
Okay.
So they're friends too.
Oh, nice.
Because we met at an outdoor expo.
Okay.
And they became friends as well. So they have their own side conversations. Yeah. And then now Warren Sapp coaches with Dion. And I'm like, Dion is from Fort Myers. I'm from Fort Myers. I'm a huge Dion fan. Since FSU to Atlanta to wherever he went, I was always a Dion fan. So watching that is like crazy. And he's like, come to a game. And I'm like, this is crazy. So
I don't know if I'm ready for all this.
Yeah, right? Like I don't think I can handle all of this. Like I'm a regular, but most of those guys, they act like regular. Like they don't. Like when I was partying with Mike Allstott, which sounds crazy to say out loud, but I was partying with Mike Allstott, and he's just chill. Like you wouldn't even tell he was Mike Allstott. He's
no kidding.
He's a lot of fun.
Love that. Stand up now.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's got to be a big challenge for you because stand-up comedy, man.
It's one of the things that I wanted to take serious, because I'm a huge like we were just talking about, I'm a huge stand-up comedy fan, like from Eddie Murphy Raw to, you know, Martin Lawrence to Bernie Mac and all the legends that came before. Like, person like myself, I take it very serious. I'm very committed to doing it right. Like, I don't want to step into anything and disrespect what everyone else already has going. I want to learn the actual process and you know, learn how to do it. But it's been a lot of fun. Like, I've had like comedians, like I said, I have a couple mentors. Most of them been doing comedy for like 20 years, 17 years, 15 years plus, I'll say. And they kind of coach me on how to, you know, basically what they tell me is a lot of my jokes that I make online are already stand-up material. And I guess when I get on stage now, I just try to use that. And now they're like teaching me how to form those into actual jokes.
Sure. And
it's been working out. So, but
I'm going to come and see it, man.
I'm still learning, but I feel like, well, every show that I've done, I've been doing good. So far.
As long as you can get better every time. And maybe in a year or so, you look back at your first stand-up and you go, man.
That's what they're telling me. They're like, because even when I came out with my first stand-up, I was talking to them backstage and I'm like extra nervous. And then I go on stage and then I turn into this other person and just telling the jokes. And I go back and they're like, have you done this before? And I'm like, nah, this is my first time. They're like shocked that I was able to do what I do. And I'm like, nah, I got, past experience in performance. So I kind of, like I could say, from band to music and so stage performance I've always been doing. So. Yeah. But I think the hardest part was like telling the actual jokes and, you know, making people laugh.
Sure.
I'm normally not a make me laugh type of person. I just kind of make people laugh in natural conversation. I'm not like a on the spot entertainer.
Sure.
So to do it is a big, it's big for me right now.
I feel the same thing. It's like, apparently people around me would say I'm decently funny.
Yeah.
But I don't I don't do stand up. I don't really tell jokes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do that. I just
natural conversation. Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of good, right?
That's very good. I'm learning. That's kind of what, you know, we do in stand up. Like, I'll be having a conversation sometimes between a joke and people will be laughing and I'm like, okay, good, I can kind of work this in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I had to laugh recently. I went to a show and Andrew Dice Clay was at, have you met him, by the way?
No, not yet.
The Dice Man.
Yeah.
So he just stood there. You know, uncomfortably with a cigarette in his mouth, just looking. And everybody was cracking up.
Yeah, that's it.
And I think that's so funny.
That's it.
That you could just stand there and people laugh. That's a whole different thing, I guess.
When you do that, that's how you know.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you know. And it's like I said, it's a pretty good, those are like I said, those are legends. They know what they're doing. But no, that's amazing though. You could just stand there, you do one thing and people just die laughing.
Yeah, I love that. Was there any moments in your first show where you didn't get the reaction that you expected to get?
Yes. Because like I said, I'm still working through jokes and how to deliver the jokes. And there was one joke that I thought was going to be funny. And a couple people laughed, but it wasn't what I thought. So then I was like, all right, this is, in my mind, I'm like, this is going horrible. I'm going to bomb.
Yeah.
And then I went to the next joke, which I didn't think was a funny joke. I thought it was just like a filler piece.
Yeah.
And people started like laughing hysterically. And I'm like, this is weird, because I thought this joke would be the one. But I'm learning, just like with my videos, you can never predict what people are going to like. So.
Well, sometimes you send a video, like I'll show my wife a video, and she'll say, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. You know?
Yeah.
If you don't get it, then what if nobody else gets it?
Exactly.
And then it starts to kind of mess with you.
Yeah. But I've learned, because I'll show my wife a video and she'll just look at me and I'll be like, yeah, this is probably not going to do well. And I go show my kids and they'll just like, I don't understand. Then I'll post it and it'll do well. And I'm like, ha, told y'all. Y'all just don't get it.
That's right.
This
you guys
is
ain't
y'all
that
problem.
Yeah, you guys ain't that smart.
Right.
That's fun. You had mentioned a couple comedians that are working with you to help you with jokes and delivery. Am I okay to ask who they are?
Oh, yeah. Because they actually do the shows with me.
Oh, okay.
So Mike Hurley, he's from the Central Florida East Coast.
Yeah.
I think he's from the Stewart area. He's the first one he's the one that convinced me to do all of this. So he reached out to me and he was like, hey, I think you should do stand-up.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been telling me, hey, you should do stand-up. If you do stand-up, we're going to come and see you. And I'm like, I kind of want to learn the process, but I never even started the process because I think it was more of the fear than anything else. And he was like, nah, he's like, your content is already stand-up material.
Yeah.
You just got to deliver it. And I was like, I don't know what you're saying. Like, I'm like,
Didn't make
maybe.
sense.
Yeah. So then he took a video and he was like, you see this video? This is stand-up material. And it was about me talking about snowbirds. And that joke is actually one of the jokes that they love when I talk about, you know, in the videos. It's about what, you know, the real dangers of Florida is, you know, being caught between a snowbird and Costco.
Yeah.
And I said it in a video just saying it, and people thought it was funny. He was like, no, just do this on stage. And that one of those jokes is one of the jokes that they love. Like they laugh every time. So
especially if you did a show in an area with a lot of snowbirds in your crowd. I mean, that's even funnier. Right?
And Bellevue is close to the Villages, and I got a Villages joke. The Villages, they love me up there. And I'm like, I don't know how, because I tell so many jokes, but I guess I tell jokes in a respectful way. I'm not disrespecting it. And that's always my thing. I don't want to disrespect anybody. So I try to do everything I do in a respectful way,
sure.
Which is hard sometimes, but not the Villages. A lot of people just want to have fun. So when I tell the jokes, I always think like, okay, maybe this is the one where they stop liking me. And then I'll have people from the Villages, we love you up here. You need to come. So
that's really cool.
Yeah. So
comedy does a weird thing because it really takes people away from their stresses in life.
Yeah.
To laugh.
Yeah.
It just gets you, it puts you in a different zone.
Yeah, it does it for me. So that, like I said, with me, I try to give them at least that little bit of time to where they can go somewhere. You don't have to worry about everything else. Just laugh for like 30 seconds to a minute. Just
that's right.
Enjoy yourself. So
what's it like pulling up to a parking lot with, you know, all these cars, man? It's like they're coming to see you. Is there that moment where you're pulling up going, man, I gotta take a deep breath here.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
You have to. It's happened because so far I've done 3 shows. Orlando show, I pulled up, and I pulled up early. Like I pulled up 2 hours before the show, and there were people in the parking lot waiting 2 hours before the show, just to meet me. And I was like, "Oh, y'all sure this is for me? Like I just want to make sure this is for me." I got to Bellevue, and I pulled into the parking lot, and the guy that's directing the parking. He's like, oh, man, you sold it out. This is the most people we've had at this venue by over 150 people.
Wow.
And I was like, are y'all sure this is for me? Like, I have to make sure, you know, sometimes that people are really there for me because it's still, like, very shocking to me. I don't think it's anything I'll ever get used to, so.
Well, you're you, right? So you go, you know, I'm just me.
Yeah.
And they want to see me.
Yeah.
Am I that cool?
Yeah.
Cool?
My kids just told me I wasn't cool. So.
My wife don't think I'm cool or funny.
Yeah. So
did they laugh at your jokes, your family?
No.
Yeah.
No, they laugh at like me and normal. Like I always entertain everybody in the house, but even growing up, like I was the, like say if all the grandkids came together, I was the one that they're like entertain everybody.
Yeah.
So I would be out there singing and dancing and telling jokes and stuff like that. So I did that growing up. So my family think I'm funny, but like my kids, nah. They're like, nah, you're not funny.
Yeah.
So if I catch them laughing at one of my videos, I'll say something in a video and they'll laugh, and I'll be like, gotcha.
Yeah, I am.
It's so rare, yeah.
I hope I'm funny.
Yeah.
That was a Richard Pryor old thing. He was hilarious.
Oh yeah, Richard Pryor is. People still quote him. Like I hear Richard Pryor. I even went and watched his stand up. So no, he's hilarious.
Oh, you've seen him?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So you're what, 15, 16 probably, because when did he die?
I'm not even sure.
Probably 2000 maybe.
I think before
21.
That.
Yeah. But he was good, man.
No, he was really good. He was really good.
Miss Rudolph, the exorcism story when he walks into a house.
Yeah. I go back and watch like a lot of things that's before my time. So even if it came out before my time, I'll still go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Because I like to know, you know, where it's come from and then where it's going. So I got to do my research. And I watch like a Richard Pryor, even how they command a stage, how they command an audience is like wild to me. So
just keep getting better and better, man.
That's
do things that you're not great at and just become great at them, right? I mean, if everybody stuck with what they were okay with, you wouldn't have Richard Pryors. You wouldn't have people that just step outside the box and just to be funny. One of the funny ones I remember with him was the Exorcist story. He said when he walks into the house, if it was him, he would hear the, hello, by the Exorcist, and goodbye, and he'd leave. You know what I mean? You don't want nothing to do with that.
Not at all.
Oh man, we were talking earlier about before the show about your daughter with the red ants and everything.
Yeah,
I thought that was at 16, right?
Yeah, 16. She experienced that at 16.
Yeah,
and like I said, with me, I try to like get them outside. Like my 14-year-old, she'll go outside with me. Like if I go do these, because I do a lot of Florida adventures too. That's something I started and I kind of put on the back burner. I was calling it Floridering, where I would go do a bunch of Florida adventures. Because a lot of people come to Florida and they're like, hey, there's nothing to do. And I'm like, oh, you just don't know. So I started doing like swimming with manatees, floating because I can't swim, python hunting, and some of the things that are like safer, I'll get her to go with me,
sure,
my 14-year-old. But my 16-year-old, not so much. So she had her first fire ant incident, and it didn't go well for her. Nothing really bad happened.
Sure.
She just had a few bites, but she doesn't want to go outside as much anymore.
She made it to 16 without that happening. That I think my first day in Florida, I was like, what's this little hole right here?
Yeah, it's like boom. Like,
but what's crazy about red ants is they don't just, like if there's a million of them on you, they don't just bite you at first when they come up.
Exactly.
They're too smart.
Yeah.
They wait until they like talk to each other and go, all right, get them.
Now it's
time. Now they all get you at the same time.
Yeah.
I remember I was playing golf like 20 years ago, and I was getting ready to hit my second shot, and I'm just waiting. And I looked down, and I was in one of them puffy ones.
Oh.
You know the puffy ones with the holes, with all the holes?
Yeah.
So my whole body was covered in these things.
I bet it was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah. I remember when we were younger, we were kids. And back in the day, we didn't learn things from the internet. So we learned how to build these little, and you kind of just hear it from other kids, but the little, you get them to explode. You just put, I think it was like the bathroom cleaner and like aluminum foil in a bottle.
Oh, yeah.
And they taught us
yes.
Because you do your own science
seal
experiment.
it up and then, just.
So we decided.
Mentos, I think.
You would do those. So we decided that it would be a good idea to stick these in an ant pile. But the ant pile was about 3 feet tall. It was huge. It was a huge stack of ants. And we stuck the bottle in there. And we shook it up. We stuck it in there. And we got as far as we could get.
Yeah.
And it blew up. Ants were everywhere. They were all over everybody. We learned that. We learned a valuable lesson that day.
Yeah.
To not mess with the ant pile. So
they will get you, man.
They got us. They got all of us. We were covered. It was amazing though. That's what we did as kids. Though.
Yeah.
We had a lot of crazy experiences.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
Go play outside and
discover.
I had my G.I. Joe guys and my wrestlers outside and trying to find new things to do.
Yeah.
Python hunting. Yeah. What in the world is that all about?
You go python hunting. So the pythons, we all know, they're invasive. They're very invasive. They take out a bunch of the ecosystem. Like even our small mammals, like it's rare to see small mammals out there in the Everglades now.
Yeah.
Because the pythons are taking them out, and then they're now starting to take out the deer because the pythons are getting so big. So Florida actually have contracted people that go down and catch pythons. But they also have, because anybody can catch them, there's not like a thing to where it's like you have to be licensed to catch them.
Yeah.
But you can go out with somebody and they'll take you on a tour to go catch pythons. And I went with Python Cowboy and Epic Airboat Tours. So I went with them.
You knew you were in trouble, Python Cowboy.
Well, crazy thing is I was watching him when I first got on TikTok. He was one of the people that popped up when I started making my Florida content. And I actually used one of his videos. And me and him became cool after that. And we would always say, like, I'm going to come out with you. And I think he didn't think I was going to do it for real. And I actually went out with him, and I caught 2 pythons.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How big?
One was only like 3 feet. The second one was like 11 feet.
Man.
So, yeah. But it was a lot of fun. Python Cowboy, he was actually on the Joe Rogan show. I guess he was telling a story when he was in the Everglades by himself. And he didn't hunt by truck. He actually hunts by boat. So he'll go up on these islands. And he was out there by himself, and I guess he caught a 16-foot, and it hit a vein.
Oh, man.
So he was out there tying up his arm and catching a 16-foot python still made it back, him, his dog, and the python back onto the boat. He's wild.
That's crazy. What's your role in the python hunting? Does he hold it down?
Oh, no.
And then you get...
Oh, no.
So you're working.
Yeah, I walk up. Like, he was like, we're going to go python hunting. I was like, all right, cool. So the first one, like I said, it was only like 3 feet. So they're not as big. And he was like, there it is right there. He kind of just got coach you through it. So I grabbed it, and I grabbed it behind the head, and it was cool. Like, I got that one. It was cool. It was not that big.
Yeah, 3 feet. It's like this table. You know? Yeah. Actually, no, it's about like this.
Yeah, they're cute. They're very cute. Skinny. Yeah, it was a little hatchling. We get to the second one. And it's actually 2, but they had to catch one because they were trying to escape into the water. With pythons, if you don't get them quick, they'll escape into the water. They're very good swimmers. They're done. You're done after that. And he had 2. It was a male and a female. And they caught the male, and he just kind of had his hand on the female. Like, he wouldn't catch it. So when I got there, he just picks up the tail and hands it to me. He's like, all right, you go catch it. But he kind of distracted it for me.
Sure. So
I could grab it. And I grabbed it, and it was good. I think it's just a big relief after I grabbed it. But
they video that?
Yeah, I got it all on my YouTube. I have all these episodes. Me swimming with the manatees. I went to Silver Spring.
I saw some of this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I seen the monkeys. What else did I do? I got new ones coming, but I was doing like flight boarding or e-foiling, and I can't swim, so it's a whole experience.
That's funny. That's funny just at that, right? Because you're uncomfortable and I'm
about to just doing it.
Don't put me in the water.
Yeah, I was out there in the water. And then one of my biggest fears in the water, people would think it's sharks. It's not. It's dolphins. Someone messed up my whole dolphin experience. I was at work one day when I used to work in like 2021. It was like, Google what dolphins do to people. And I'm like, I don't want to look at dolphins that way. I like dolphins.
Yeah.
And I Googled it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with dolphins. And the first thing I saw when I got out there was a dolphin, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna go well. But it went well. We had a lot of fun.
When you hear dolphins, I mean, you fish at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go fishing, you hear like a dolphin hit a snook or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like an explosion. You know, you don't want that.
No.
Whatever happens there, you don't want to be anywhere near that.
Yeah, that's not what they do to humans. It's a whole. Just don't Google it. I don't want to mess it up for everybody else. Just don't Google it. It messed me up. I don't want to deal with dolphins,
So if we went python hunting, you and me, since you're a pro now,
no, I'm not.
I would just distract it. I'd be like, all right, I'm going to distract it. Now I'm going to distract it. Wicks, you get them.
I can do that, but you got to catch your first one. It's not as. I think I built it up more in my head because the snakes are big. I didn't catch the 16, the 19 footer. I think the biggest one they caught was like over 19 feet.
Yeah.
I didn't catch one of those. I caught, like I said, 11 foot, which is still a decent size. But, it wasn't as they're strong because they're all muscle, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But it was an experience. I'm going back. So
you ever been shark fishing?
Not yet. I'm actually supposed to go. There's a guy in Jupiter, and he does content shark fishing.
Okay,
like, that's all he does. And he's like, you got to come out. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? I don't say no to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, I went scuba diving. I don't know how to swim. I went scuba diving in a spring with alligators. So, like, I don't really say no to a lot of things.
I know what you're saying about the water, though. My family is not the best of swimmers.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, they didn't really let us swim, like we wanted to swim.
Yeah.
So we weren't that good. I became behind the group very quickly. Like, all my friends could swim much better than me. And I would tell my mom, who's not a good swimmer, I'd say, Mom, if you fall in the pool, don't freak out. Just stand up.
Yeah.
It's only about 3 feet deep.
Okay.
And it wasn't funny to her, but I was laughing at her expense. I mean,
of course.
That's what you do. But that's cool stuff, man. Growing up here through all the hurricanes and stuff. Remember the days of just hurricane parties?
Yeah.
And like, we're just going to hang out and just have a couple of drinks and just
grill.
Chill.
And it's going to be a good time.
You're not doing that today as much, man. These storms.
I do. Well, because and I try to explain to people, like, I know where I'm at. Like, normally I've been here long enough. I know, like I said, if you stay on the coast, I always tell people to prepare because the coast always get hit, and especially with them removing a lot of the, mangroves and things that we have on the coast.
Sure.
The storms are going to get worse when they hit the coast. But I still, there may be some video floating around of me outside during Ian. There's a possibility that video may be out. I was on an air mattress, and it was during the I want to say.
Okay.
And I was on the air mattress going down the street because our whole street was flooded.
Oh, okay.
Everything was flooded. And I was like, I'm going to go out here and do this. And I made the video. My kids were recording it. they thought it was hilarious. But yeah, I was on an air mattress in the middle of the road during Ian. So,
well, you're also east of 75, right?
Now, yes.
Yeah. That's a thing too, because in real estate, a lot of people that were west of 41 that may have gotten some damage in their homes.
Yeah.
Maybe they stayed.
Yeah.
Maybe they bought another home like that, and they're not really too concerned. But some people have moved east of 75 to get away from the madness, right?
I try to tell people. I was west of 75 during Charlie, though.
Yeah. Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Was that stressful?
We still had a hurricane party. Remember, that was the year we had the 4 hurricanes in like 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And my family is kind of crazy, though. So, like, we do crazy stuff all the time. Like, my granddad was like, in the Everglades every weekend, he was like, give me a machete and I'll survive in the Everglades for like a week type of person. And he used to take us with him all the time. So a lot of the things that I learned was from my granddad.
That's great.
So I know how to survive.
Yeah.
During Charlie, big trees were everywhere. It was a crazy situation, but we still had a couple parties.
Good thing about the hurricanes, you get notice, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, there's one coming. It might be in a week. Luckily, we get that.
Yeah.
Because other disasters, you don't get notice, right?
No.
It just happens. Mudslide or a earthquake or something like that.
Tornadoes.
So I guess we're kind of a little bit lucky. Tornadoes.
Well, what's crazy is I looked this up. I didn't know we were ranked as high as we were on the list as far as tornadoes.
Yeah.
I thought we were like down there. But no, we're pretty, I can't remember the number off the top of my head, but we're ranked pretty high when it comes to like tornadoes that we get in like it's crazy.
Man.
I don't want to deal with a tornado.
Forget that, yeah. A fan wanted me to ask you a question.
Okay.
What's your favorite character to play?
That's a hard one. So I like Rain and a lot of people don't know where the Rain dance come from, the Rain character that I do. And it's a mixture of, back in the day, the chicken noodle soup dance, but also I added the spirit fingers from Bring It On. You remember the guy that was like, these are spirit fingers. And I added both of those into one thing, and then now it's become a whole thing, and everybody loves it. So I love the Rain character. Palmetto Bug is fun. Mosquito is fun. Super Humidity, I don't have to talk as much, but I love doing the Super Humidity.
That's funny.
I love that one. And I have a new one. Nobody else knows about this, but I'm working on a Huntsman Spider video, and it has the legs and everything. So I'm working on that. Hopefully that one is today. And I love being a possum because the possum always faints.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I got a Huntsman Spider.
Those are funny.
I got coming soon.
One of the ones that made me laugh was, Super Humidity is probably one of my favorites, but the air conditioner.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's
my sidekick.
That's really what goes on. It's what you got to do with them. You know what I mean? It's a nonstop thing.
That was a real story. Me giving the AC a pep talk because it was real hot. One day it was like 98 degrees, 99 degrees. And my AC was like, all right. I had to go it was a long situation, but I got it checked out. Everything was good. It was just so hot.
Yeah.
I was having a hard time keeping up. And I was outside giving it a pep talk, and I was like, I should make this into a video. And then that's kind of how the videos happen.
Oh, man, that's great. I have a warranty, home warranty on my stuff just because in case things break. And the lady said to me the other day, she said, we came out 33 times last year for the AC.
Yeah.
I said, well, technically, if they would have cleaned it right the first couple of times, you would have probably only been out 5 times.
Yeah, exactly.
But, it's going to need some love. It needs some love. I'm not replacing it just yet. I feel like I just did that.
Yeah.
So what does the morning routine look like for Wicks?
So I get up, I take my kids to school. So I start at like 5. So I'll take my 2 high schoolers to school. I'll feed my 7-month-old, make sure he's good. He take a nap. He takes about a 2-hour nap. So I know I got a 2-hour window to record videos. I'll make videos, get him back up. Me and him will kind of go through our daily, me helping him crawl and things like that. We'll go to the garden. I'll go pick up my high schoolers. I'll come back home, and then I'll record more content and edit whatever I have, and then kind of just go from there.
Yeah. It's amazing with that window, the 2-hour window.
Yeah. You got to squeeze it all in there.
Man.
Like, I know it's coming, and as soon as he goes down, I'm like, it's time. Like, the clock is on. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy, though? Because before him, well, this is your 3rd.
Yeah.
But before him, you had you could do as much as you wanted to do. Now it's like that 2-hour window is like, yes, I got 2 hours. Let's do it.
Yeah. because my wife, she's at work, so she's at work from she works until like 5. So when she gets off at 5, then I have time to like record anything that I didn't record.
Sure.
But before that, like I said, my older kids, they kind of just do whatever they do. You know, they feed themselves. You know, they're very self-sufficient. So
yeah, that's good.
I can record as much content as I want.
Yeah.
But now that he's here, the windows, I got to work within those windows.
Yeah.
So to be able to record 4 videos a day in those windows, that's why I tell everybody, if you want to do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Can you turn the switch off at night?
No. There's no, it's never off. I'll be in the bed going to sleep. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and just like, oh, I got this video idea. So I got to like write it down so I don't forget it. Or a joke. Now that I do stand-up comedy, I'll get up and write down a joke. Like I woke up one day at 3 a.m. and wrote down a full comedy routine.
Nice.
Like the comedy routine I used for Orlando, I woke up at 3 a.m. and wrote the whole thing down and went back to sleep. Man. And woke up the next day and I was like, oh, this is funny. You know, so. Yeah.
That's cool. It's weird the way the mind works sometimes. In the weirdest times, you're like, I want to go. Yes. I could do whatever I need to do right now.
Yeah.
And like I'm writing a book right now.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll wake up and go, oh my God, I just slept a whole chapter.
Yeah.
I can get up and write it. It's like some old artists and stuff like Dali or some of these, you know, these masters over the years. You know, they would like not sleep for 2-3 days.
Yeah.
And their bodies were so weird. They would take a nap for 20 minutes and jump up and go, oh, I'm going to draw a couple melting clocks because that's what I saw in my mind when I was, it's crazy.
Exactly.
So now that you're doing the comedy stuff, I mean, mindset, preparations before a show, do you have a certain routine?
I'm trying to get one.
Yeah.
So normally it's me going over the set in which I had, because now I said a lot of the stand-up comedy thing is my pacing. I'm learning how to pace myself because when my first show, I was just trying to get through the actual set.
Sure.
And then the second time I did it, because we had 2 shows on the same day, I kind of like paced myself and like allow the jokes to sit there for a while and let people absorb the joke, and then I'll move to the next.
Yeah.
You know. But now it's like I said, it's just so my routine. I'll usually get there, I'll meet everybody, and then I'll go to my little room. I'll start going over my set, try to add some things here and there, but depending on where I'm at. If I see something coming in, I'll try to add it, but just trying to go over it, make sure I know at least the key points.
Sure.
Because I can kind of freestyle after that, but I just make sure I know all the key points. I'll go through everything. Then I'll go try to relax, which never happens, and then I'll try to go over it again before it's time to go out. So.
Do you write things down and have a little note in front of you? Put it on a bar stool or something near the mic? No. So you're going all in. Nice, man.
I try to remember it all. Yeah. It's the first one. I was nervous. I was like, what if I get out here and forget everything? And I had a dream that I came out on stage and forgot everything. And then I've been pretty good. And I just kind of, I did have a moment to where I spaced out one show and I forgot the next joke, but I kind of freestyled in between it, and then I caught it back.
Up.
And I was like, oh, okay. Then.
I got this.
Yeah.
So my best friend got married 20 years ago, and I had this whole speech because we've known each other since we were kids.
Yeah.
And I had it all written down, but I had rehearsed it like 20, 30, 50 times.
Yeah.
Because he was a big wedding.
Yes.
And I was concerned, on the screeching
Can't
record.
Mess this up. Yeah.
The record screech. So I'll never forget. They're going down the line, and they said, best man, and they start to rise up, and I'm looking for my notes. Gone.
Oh, wow.
Gone. I had a hole in my suit pocket. It went in the hole.
Yeah.
And then it ended up like down around my back. And I didn't realize it till after the thing. But I got up there and I did nail it though.
Yeah.
Without
you think
anything
you need
in
it,
front
you're
of
like, I need it, and then you get up there, you're like, I didn't need it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
Exactly. Favorite music.
Okay.
What's some of your favorite music?
I'm a 90s R&B person.
Okay.
Like, I love 90s R&B. Like any 90s R&B, the Jodeci's and Keith Sweat is. I even like the 80s and the 70s, like Michael Jackson, Prince.
Oh yeah.
Rick James.
Chappelle. Rick James.
Yeah.
Rick James. Bitch.
I love that. I love that one. Charlie Murphy was one of my favorites as well.
Man.
So
that's tough to see. I love to see more of him.
Yeah.
It's too bad he died because he was funny.
I caught on to him. So I caught on to Charlie Murphy during the Chappelle show. And I had to go back and realized he was in a lot of movies, like here and there, like in spots. He's hilarious. But no, I'm big at 90s R&B.
Yeah.
Like, that's my favorite era of music. If you see me, because New Edition was kind of 80s, 90s. I'm a New Edition is my favorite group.
Yeah, they're great.
Bobby Brown.
Well, they spin off Johnny Gill. Was he?
Yeah, Johnny Gill came to replace Bobby Brown.
Johnny Gill, Bobby Brown,
Bill
Ralph
DeVoe.
Tresvant, was he part of them? Yeah.
And then one of the guys became the manager for Boyz II Men.
They were good too.
Yeah,
Boyz II Men, man.
I'm a huge 90s R&B. Like that's, if you hear me listening to music, chances are it's 90s R&B.
Yeah.
Like,
so recently I was listening to this Michael Jackson thing I saw on TV. I'm a huge I love Michael Jackson.
Me too.
And it was Human Nature.
Yeah.
But he was auditioning for Human Nature. Not auditioning, he was getting his set ready for Human Nature, auditioning. So he's saying, all right, here's what I want you guys to do. And he's telling his music, his guys that are on the keyboards and everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to go like this, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to go stop.
Yeah.
Right? And then all of a sudden they show him start to sing, right? And all of a sudden it's him playing Human Nature at like 6 or 7 different concerts. Yeah. But the music's it all flows through. Yeah. And it just shows him in different outfits, like performing, man. He was the
genius.
Human Nature got to be one of the best songs of all time.
Yeah. He's amazing. Michael Jackson, like I said, to be able to do what he did, like my kids, so I think Michael Jackson passed in 2009, 2008?
Yeah, something like that.
My daughter was born January 2009. And when she got old enough to start listening to music, I, let her hear Michael Jackson. And she became a huge Michael Jackson fan. And I'm like, for him to be able to appeal to, when he started, to still appeal to kids. Like I said, I have nieces and nephews that are, 7, 8, and they still love Michael Jackson. For him to be able to do that through so many generations is amazing. So
they don't make them like that anymore, man. That's for sure.
Normally they die out after a while. So
yeah.
But
how about TV shows, movies?
Ooh, movies. So one of my favorite movies is The Last Dragon. Bruce Leroy.
Yeah, Bruce Leroy.
That was one of my favorites.
Oh man, it was great.
Yeah. I tell people, they're like, "What?" I'm like, "You don't know
Bruce
Show
Leroy?
Enough?
Show Enough. Who's the master?
Yeah, it was
Show Enough.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was great.
That's one of my
Barry Gordy's Last Dragon.
Yeah. The Gremlins. Yeah. The first one, that was one of my favorite movies growing up.
Back to the Future, Gremlins, E.T. was kind of all in that same time frame.
It's just, I love movies, so I'm a big movie person as well. That's another thing I want to get into. I actually wrote a couple movies that we're starting to like produce.
Nice.
So I'm a huge movie, like I love movies. 5 Heartbeats. A lot of people don't even know about the 5 Heartbeats. That's one of like I love like musical stories. So, so many movies.
One of your shows, I heard you. I think it was you talking about like "Don't Be a Menace to South Central" while drinking juice.
Yeah,
in the
I love
hood.
that movie.
That was funny, and
I love the Wayans. So
Wayans they're funny.
Like the way they do their movies, because it's like. So I heard an interview that Marlon did one time, and he was saying how they wrote that movie. They wrote like 35 sketches, and made it a movie, and that's how they made that movie. Is they wrote a bunch of sketches together, and kind of made it a movie. And I'm like, that is a good way to do things. Yeah. I mean, so.
What's the other one? Is it Little Big Man or something? They played Baby. I think it was one of the Wayans played
Marlon
Baby.
Was the Baby, yeah. Little Big Man.
How about White Chicks? You ever seen White Chicks?
Yeah,
hilarious.
Of course. I love White Chicks. Like I said, most of the movies the Wayans do, like I'm even their show, the Wayans Brothers show, like I enjoyed it when they had Pops on there.
Yeah.
I like the Wayans. I like the Wayans and what they do. Major Payne.
Oh yeah, he was.
That's
fun.
one of my favorite movies. I can watch
hilarious.
Major Payne today, like it just came out.
Yeah.
Like, me and my daughter was watching it last week.
Hilarious.
And she loves it. So.
Kids' favorite movies is Dumb and Dumber.
I love
Dumb and Dumber's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
They don't realize how dumb it is, though.
Yeah.
Like I want to stop at every part and go, okay.
I don't think y'all understand this.
Yeah. What he's saying here is he's saying that a lot of people die in head-on collisions, getting trapped under a gas truck. That's the worst. He's turned around and he's looking at, behind his back. He's not even looking at the road. That's why. But I can't do it every time. But there's a lot of funny parts that they don't get. Yeah.
Anything Jim Carrey, I'll watch.
Yeah.
Anything that Jim Carrey's in, I'll love it. Like it's guaranteed. Like Ace Ventura's, the Me, Myself, and Irene. Like there are a lot of people like I didn't get that, and I'm like, man, that's one of the funniest with Cable Guy.
Cable Guy.
I mean, it could go on. It's just
Did you remember he played
Bruce Almighty?
Bruce Almighty. Remember when he played Vanilla Ice?
Yes.
And that was hilarious, man. He did a good job at that,
yes,
actually.
He did.
He looked just like him.
But he's a genius. I love Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is one of my favorite comedic actors. Ben Stiller as well.
Yeah.
I love Ben Stiller. Meet the Parents is what got
hilarious.
me like. And then The Heartbreak Kid and then Camp Hope. Oh, man. Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Those are like my tops.
Meet the Parents, one of the funniest parts for me is when they went to the ex-boyfriend's house. And he's a mansion, and they're shaking hands. Oh, you're shaking. They love him.
Yeah.
There's still pictures of the ex-girlfriend all over the place, skydiving, skiing. And he's a nurse. He's a male nurse.
He's hilarious.
Greg's a nurse.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was like great.
Yeah. Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Thank you.
How about Halloween? We got Halloween coming up. So how about some scary movies? You into?
I'm all so Jeepers Creepers. I always loved Jeepers Creepers, and then I found out Jeepers Creepers was filmed in Florida. When I went to Rainbow River, they actually took me on the street where it was filmed, and I was like, that's so crazy. Of course, the Jasons, the Michael Myers, Freddy. So Freddy started scary. And it became a comedy, so I always enjoyed it, especially growing up because you kind of know the things aren't real. But now that's a comedy, I can still watch it.
Sure.
One of the movies that messed me up when I was younger, though, I was a young adult. The Grudge. When the first Grudge came out, and normally I'm not like scary movies don't bother me.
Sure.
But I don't know, something about The Grudge. Like, I went home after watching it in a movie theater, and I was looking at the corner of the wall, like, if you come down here, we got to fight. Like, if you come here, we got to fight. Like, I got to do something.
Yeah.
So
it's like watching a cartoon after a scary movie. I used to do that when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
Watch something I'm not supposed to, and I got to follow it up with SpongeBob.
Yeah, just something to, like, bring it back.
Down,
Yeah.
Tone it down a little bit. That's good stuff, man. No, old school horror movies are funny. And they even made a funny scary movie, a scary movie,
that.
right?
Yeah.
That was a pretty funny one.
They keep making them now, so I love those.
Haunted House. I think it's called another one called Haunted House.
Yes,
or something like that.
And they'll like do parodies of other scary movies, and I think that's hilarious because especially when you know the scary movie that they're doing a parody of, it's always hilarious.
Yeah,
so.
Nice. Well, one of the final things for the show, Wicks, is I always like to have the guests give a little words from the wise to the listeners.
I don't know how wise I am, but I'll do my best.
You're wise. You're wise.
I'll say if it's something you want to do it. Don't let anybody tell you can't. If you really truly believe that this is something you want to do and this is, your dreams, don't let anybody try to tell you can't do it. Because I got a lot of people telling me I can't do something, and my whole mission is now I got to show them that I can do this.
Yeah.
So just do. As long as you're not hurting anybody. Now, let's throw that out there because, people have crazy thoughts. But as long as you're not hurting anybody, I would say chase your dreams. Don't let anybody tell you it's not anything you can't do. Just do your best.
Yeah, that's great. Well, really, the final thoughts for the show for me today is, I'm sitting here today with Wicks. I mean, good guy, a normal guy, but he's got a big name. And I think it's so important to just remain you.
Yes.
To just be the same guy that you were before. And that's a huge thing today because I feel like a lot of people, they get a little bit of that success.
Yeah.
They feel like they need to change.
I've met a lot of people like that.
And one of the best compliments you can ever get is for somebody to tell you in 10 years, 20 years, Wicks, you're the same guy that you were in high school.
Yeah.
And that's one of the best things that you could ever, one of the best compliments because sometimes, you get in a situation where you become successful, more opportunities come, but remaining humble and cool is a thing. And one of the things I always tell the kids is be cool.
Yeah.
Just be cool with people. Don't overreact. Don't get crazy. And that's one thing about the show. There's no politics. There's no religion. There's no, it's real, right? We just try to be real and funny and bring out the best in people. And it was a pleasure today, Wicks.
I thank you so much.
For real. I'm glad you came by.
I'm glad I came by. I got to come back. So
yeah. I'm hoping that this opens up doors to just become friends, and hang out and
I'm with it.
Meet you for a beer.
I'm with it.
Who knows?
I'm down.
But it was great having you today. It was a good, impactful show. Seeing where somebody starts with just something so small like a video, right?
Yeah.
And then he entertains people with that video. And then all of a sudden, maybe a time or two you say, is this really for me?
Yeah.
But then you realize that there's a message out there that's bigger than Wicks, and it's to help people, to have people say, your comedy, it really helps me be a better person. It makes me forget what I'm going through. So the impact of comedy is much greater than just being funny. You're actually making an impact and changing lives.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wish the best, man. And I'm going to come check out the show for sure.
Come out.
I told the family, I said, I got Wicks coming on today.
Oh, yeah?
And they knew that. And they're all into you and they check out your videos and stuff. So you got a lot of fans for sure.
I appreciate that.
But I've always thought by getting somebody in here to sort of normalize, have a conversation, because people see your videos, they don't know what kind of guy you are behind closed doors. And the fact that they can check out the show and meet the real Wicks, Yeah. If I could bring out the best in everybody, that's my goal.
That's a good thing. Like I will say, I enjoyed this experience. I will say this. You have asked me questions that I've never been asked in any other. I've done a bunch of interviews, but I've never been asked a lot of those questions. And I always tell people the way to get to someone is just have a conversation and not just, ask the same questions that other people ask. I will say that this has been so like I said, if you ever want me back, just let me know.
Yeah, sounds great.
I just had to deal with the 7-month-old. I got to check in with him. He's the boss right now. Yeah. So, but I'm down. This is fun.
I could see a friendship here, man.
I'm
for
with
sure.
it. I'm
for
with
sure.
it, especially because we have a lot in common.
We do.
I'm with it.
Hope you guys enjoy the Joe Pavich podcast today. You can find it on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, social media. Kind of everywhere for the most part. iHeart, JoePavichPodcast.com. Got some cool merch coming out. If you want to be a sponsor, let me know. Hit me up. But again, thanks to sponsors Above and Beyond Painting, Edwards Contracting Group, and First Source Title. Hope you enjoyed the show.
That was good.
Good, man.
That was good.
Man, Wicks, we had a good time, man, for real. I enjoyed that.
And he said where he can find him.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Let's do that one more time. Add that in.
Yep.
All right, let me know when y'all ready for me.
Good. Wicks, tell the viewers where they can find you.
Y'all can find me anywhere on the internet. OMG ItsWicks, OMG ItsWicks. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter or X, but it's mainly me just talking trash about sports. Just letting y'all know, if y'all go there and y'all see me talking trash about sports, that's what I do. But yeah, you can find me anywhere. I'm, like I said, making content and trying to make everybody laugh.
Yeah. Changing the world of comedy one reel at a time.
That's it. Letting them know us Floridians are not as crazy. Well, we are, but there's a reason why.
That's right.
Rise up, king. I'd rather build or destroy.